Did you get a haircut?
No, I did not. No haircut here.
You're
No need to.
bald!
No.
Sorry.
We left off inside a hidden tower deep in the Tanglewood, protected by the illusion of a mountain that would dissuade the weak-willed from drawing closer. A ghostly figment of Seer, first and last steward of Avaroth, has just revealed himself to the party. What you seek comes at a cost. One of you must die for the rest to be freed. Choose, or all will perish here. He holds out a jagged red crystal floating above his ghostly hand. But first, I must ensure that I am witnessing the full measure of your character. Unfiltered. And he's going to cast Dispel Magic at 9th level on the piece of Brakarn's hammer.
Oh.
Ooh.
And it loses its luminosity, and that extra aura of courage fades. This will be a temporary measure. I cannot allow this item to affect your decisions here. Afterwards, it will regain its power. Oh, 1 second. I am missing a counter file that I need. That I forgot to get. That's...
FYI, I will not be doing Sapphire's accent tonight. My throat hurty.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I'll not do Rin's accent for you, just
Alright.
in solidarity.
After that,
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
do
I
Sapphire's
appreciate it.
accent.
a ring of blue lights appears at the base of the circular walls around this room, and every second, one winks out. A countdown. 2 minutes to decide. And I have started the clock.
Oh.
Oh,
Can I
boy.
check
Music
if
not
this is
playing.
something? Can I see if I would know if Seer would take a measure like this, protecting something with a life?
Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to find why Uzox is not playing this music at all.
If the aura of courage dropped, Tristal is just shakily standing and gripping her cloak and is just... Things are slowly sinking in more and more, just... right here.
Okay, so I guess we're going musicless for some reason? Even though
Huh.
It's tired.
It's so easy.
it just worked with a song. Why is... Hey!
Music.
Sound! Okay.
There it is.
Countdown resuming! Nat wanted to
What?
make a insight
Oh.
check on Seer's motives here, I suppose. So
Yeah.
go ahead and roll.
Can I make an insight as well?
Yeah.
Same.
Alright.
15 plus 8.
15 total.
For a relic of this magnitude, and the way this seems to be set up,
I got a...
okay, it definitely seems serious.
Oh, he's serious. Why would you be willing to give your power to someone willing to sacrifice their friend for it? That seems ridiculous.
This is not the time for questions. You have 1 minute remaining.
Draki's
I'll do
gonna
it.
step forward at the same time that Sapphire does.
Yeah, I'm gonna step forward. I'll do it.
I'm going
Okay.
to place a hand
I'll-
on
I'll
Sapphire's
put a-
shoulder.
I'll put a hand on Anthraki's arm and be like, Anthraki, off an ash.
40 seconds.
But
Look, you all have witnessed a friend die before. Do not make your friends go through that again.
30.
Sapphire.
this
Sapphire's gonna
is the
Rush forward
this is
to
the
try to
war.
grab it.
Anthraki's gonna try and make a grab at her to get.
20 seconds.
As I'm
I will
reaching
keep her
forward,
back.
Sapphire is going to scream, "In this war," and she'll try to grab the crystal.
Okay.
I'm pulling Anthraki back if she's going forward.
Yeah, if Andrag is going forward, Rin is trying to grapple.
Okay, so it sounds like we've got one person trying to hold Sapphire back and 2 people trying to hold Unthraki back.
I
Should
think just out of pure shock, Theo's grip is going to be breakable if you're trying hard enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sapphire, do you take a hold of the crystal?
I do.
Okay. There's no pain, but you can feel your vision going dark, tunnel vision
Can
rapidly.
as that's doing it, can I cast Revivify on myself?
It is automatically counterspelled by the magic around you. Plus, you are not dead, so you can't.
Yeah, that's true.
The rest of you are watching as Sapphire becomes more and more translucent, similar to how Seer looks. After just a few seconds with a few lights remaining, she falls to the floor, nearly invisible, at the feet of Seer. He nods, seemingly satisfied. The crystal turns upside down in his hand, turning gold, and he crushes it in his hand. Sapphire, are you willing to return to life?
Yes.
I knew it.
Oh, come
He
on.
was so unfazed about someone dying so recently into the game again.
A selfless
Oh, I'm
choice.
so thankful.
Well done. One test remains.
She's just gonna be like wide-eyed, like breathing heavily, not fully processing it, but like just kind of nod.
Undrek is
Yes.
gonna break the grip of. I'm gonna try. Hopefully, break the grip of Rin, and Crystal kind of crash by her, grab her by the shoulder, shake her like, "Why would you do that? You barely know us."
I'm gonna get Unthraki off of Sapphire. She needs space. And then, as I'm kind of standing between the two of them, I'll look at Sapphire and my expression shifts to just pure concern. Like, are you all right?
I'm alright, just give me a moment.
Undrek is gonna. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's a lot to process. His eyes are bouncing around the room to Seer, to Tristal, to Unthraki, to Sapphire. He's just very nervous.
Let's
Rin is going to put the Brecker and Samra in the bag.
The bag is not
What
on
bag?
you.
Oh yeah, that's
you
right.
look it
Dang
out,
it.
Yeah.
He
Rin
drops
swallows
it down the stairwell.
I'm so used to having the bag.
Yeah. A sound of
Is that what was
grinding...
giving courage?
Yeah. A sound of grinding stone is heard as the walls shift, an archway forming on the far side of the room behind Seer. Nothing visible beyond the archway. It fills with darkness. He steps to the side of it and passes a hand to usher you in.
I go.
I go with
Sapphire will
him.
Stand up and
Undrek is
follow.
helping Crystal as well, and then gripping Sapphire's arm.
Helping me? I'm with Rin. I'm going with him.
One arm grabbed you, and one arm is grabbing Sapphire. I'm not letting go of you both.
Okay.
I was grabbing
Sapphire
Girl
won't
squad!
Okay.
Girl squad! Oh gosh.
Alright. As
Gosh, my heart's already beating so fast!
Mine too.
you move
Ah!
into the darkness, and even though you're holding on to each other, you feel each other slip away, and you find yourself, you each find yourselves alone.
Oh,
Tristal, you move into the darkness. It's cold and quiet, far too
Shit.
quiet. But a sound is not long in coming. A harsh, scraping sound of steel on steel. A cruel, thorned longsword blade scrapes across a black, gauntleted arm, causing a shower of bright sparks against the darkness. It's difficult to see the full figure, but you can make out the distinct shape of heavy armor and a hood over the helmet. There's something on his chest. Many somethings. A necklace with 100 old, dry fingers strung upon it as trophies. Oh, Tristal. So good to finally meet you. Do you know how much of a coward Catherine Mears was. As your friends lay, choking on their blood, at my feet, she did not run, she did not scream, she begged.
No.
She offered me many things in exchange for her life, and among them, she offered you in her place. She gave me your name, Tristal. Palaroth knows your name. And he has seen
No,
fit
this
to
isn't
turn
real.
his attention to you. You have nice fingers. And he's going to start stepping forward towards you.
Pull my crossbow out and shoot. Lucky bolt in it.
Okay. The bolt flies through, dissipating his form like smoke, and he starts shaking his head. A pity I'm not here in person, but I thank you for the chance to introduce myself. Fear is stronger when you know the monster is coming for you, after all. And he continues to fade away like smoke, as you have faced the fear and fought against it. And there is a bright, shining doorway beyond where he stood, through the darkness. You did not flee, you fought. You have passed this test.
What
That was
appeared
so
behind him?
A doorway of light.
Just to clarify, I was shaking the entire time when I was doing the crossbow
Okay.
and everything. Like, I'm still terrified.
Rin, what is it you truly fear?
A lot of things.
Not doing enough damage.
Well, think about it for a moment. Unthraki, as you step forward into the darkness, it's definitely magical in nature. You can barely see 2 feet in front of you. You can hear the others nearby, but they've slipped out of your hands. You start to hear them a bit distantly. Where's Unthraki? I can't see her. Never mind, Unthraki. Find Archrender. Maybe it's for the best. She can't be trusted around something that powerful. She can't be trusted, period. She's served her purpose, helping us get this far. We don't need her anymore. The voices of your friends seemingly dismissing your absence and moving on.
Her steps falter, and automatically her hand goes to the necklace around her, the fool's drake tooth necklace, and grips it tight. She's like, no, they wouldn't do that. She's going to keep stepping forward and start talking to herself and just like, they trust me. I'm a good person. I can be trusted. And gonna try and breathe. Just
Okay. You keep
And
walking.
then
Go ahead.
I would. Something
Go
just
back to Celestials, because that
the
was just one specific character's theme. There we go.
That was terrifying.
the air around her is going to shift, and she is going to swap out mirror image for dispel magic and cast that.
At what level are you casting Dispel Magic?
I think it says third level.
Okay.
It's probably not high enough.
You cast Dispel Magic, but there is barely any effect other than a brief increase in visibility that is almost immediately crushed back to 2 feet.
Do I still hear them?
You hear them distantly and then it starts to sound more like an argument, and then you begin to hear the sounds of fighting during the argument, still accusing, each of them yelling and shouting and accusing the others, and it sounds like they're tearing each other apart.
She's going to have clutching the necklace so hard she's not really thinking about it, but one of the teeth pierces her palm, and she's just gonna like, stop it, stop it, stop it! You guys are better than this, please! And she's gonna start running and like just yell at whatever magic's holding up, like, let me see my friends right now! And she's going to lift her bloodied palm up and cast Eldritch Blast at the ceiling.
Okay. The light from your magical blast shoots up like a flare and spreads light, not in a way that Eldritch Blast is supposed to, but it seems to strike something high above and almost become like a night sky full of stars, and you can see, and you don't see your friends fighting each other. You don't see them at all, but you do see a doorway ahead, which almost immediately begins to fill with light, a path forward. The voices and sounds of your friends fade, and you can see that they sounded close, but they were never here.
She's gonna then clutch the hand that's bleeding and just kind of all but throw herself through the doorway.
Okay. Rin, coming back to you, have you... a message. Anyone in particular? Nat and Keys, I'd recommend you both figure out what your characters would be afraid of as well. I did not know them well enough to craft anything specific, unfortunately.
Honestly, Liam, that really shook me. That was perfectly planned. I was going to say, like, oh, if he asks me what my biggest fear is, that was it. Dang. Already done.
Thank you.
Now my palm hurts. To get in the character, I was like kind of digging my nail into my palm, like, okay, rage. I do not have very much nails. Very much nail. Yeah.
Okay. Theo, Sapphire, you head in together. It immediately becomes dark. You can barely see 2 feet ahead of you. And you two retain your proximity to each other. You're still with each other. Theo.
Where are the rest?
Oh, I was muted. Said, I don't know.
Sapphire, you begin to see something on the back of Theo's neck as you're walking with him. It's like a spider web of black veins spreading out from the back of his head. Theo, you begin to feel your own strength fading rapidly.
Theo, that's not... I'm gonna start, I'm gonna cast, Cure Wounds.
You try, and no spell goes off.
No. She's gonna try a medicine check. Try to figure out how to stop this thing. See if it's like some sort of poison or something.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Theo, your vision is getting
Why is
blurry.
she so logical?
22.
22.
Oof.
It's impossible. It shouldn't be something that can happen here, as this seems like only the most potent of venoms that could have been that Theo could have been struck by some horribly toxic beast that there was no sign of. And yet here this affliction is rapidly pulsing through him, tearing down his strength.
Theo, are you still with me?
I'll just try to stand.
Okay, sit down. Don't exert yourself. I'll get you out of here. I can't cast any healing, but I'll drag you out if I have to.
Theo
Theo is fighting
okay.
to stay on his feet.
behind
like,
Sapphire,
she's
Theo
shaking.
sees the pacing figure of his headmaster from the adventuring school in Briam, just shaking his head. Another disappointment, Theo. I'm afraid you'll never make it at this rate. But then again, that's no one's surprise.
Theo's brow just furrows. He's like, "What? How can you say that?"
How can anyone be surprised?
No,
After
you're
all-
lying.
You
Can
put
Sapphire
the
hear
least-
him?
No, you have no presence of another figure. It's just you and Theo.
But I guess she would see Theo yapping at him.
You'd see his lips moving and start hearing some words, but it's getting incoherent and his gaze looks distant.
Theo, you're hallucinating. Sit. I'm gonna kind of like force him to sit down.
I don't think I would be hearing her after
Not
that
well. Her
interaction.
Voice, yeah, her voice has kind of faded into the background, as has the sight of her. She's gone blurry as your headmaster just crosses his arms. Just, if only you'd put some effort into anything. You could have made
I'll
something
show.
of yourself.
I'll show you effort. I'm gonna try and cast Ray of Frost at him.
All right. As you attempt to cast the spell, you raise your own arm, and it's gray and shaking, and you can't form the gesture that you need, and your headmaster actually laughs. Really? What are you trying to do with that?
I'm gonna try. I guess I'll try and block it out. I'll will whatever this is out of my head.
Okay. Just shutting it out.
Yeah, ignoring him.
Not Alair's. Alair's gone.
Oh no!
Sapphire, Theo struggles for a bit, trying to lift one arm, and then just seems to slump into just breathing, and his breathing is slowing, and veins of black are running over his face. And then the breathing stops.
No, I can do this. She's gonna lift his body up and start just walking forward with it.
Okay. Theo, you awake, standing upright, feeling perfectly well. Sapphire's nowhere to be seen, but there is a doorway ahead. Light. A path forward. Sapphire, you continue to drag Theo and carry him as best you can until he fades away. You're left alone, but there is a path forward. as the darkness clears. A doorway filled with light ahead.
Theo is wiping tears from his eyes as he goes through that door.
Okay.
Sapphire will just kind of stand there for a few seconds, just in shock, but then she'll walk towards the door, and she's crying. She's just full on crying.
Okay. Rin, you enter along with your companions. The area goes black as you enter this doorway. Your companions' arms a hold of you slip away, and you turn to look for them, and they're nowhere to be seen. You continue cautiously until, with your blind sight, you can sense there's bodies on the ground ahead of you. You can't see them yet, it's too dark, but you can tell there's more than one prone figure ahead.
I go and I look at them, and if I
Okay.
can.
You approach, they come into visual range, and you can see it's not who you would have first expected. You would have thought it would be someone who was just with you a moment ago, but it's your father. His skin is cold to the touch. He's lifeless. But the sight of seeing his face again, I want to say it would probably stun you for a moment, but that's your choice.
Yeah.
And there are other figures ahead.
He's going to just kneel by his father for a while and then continue on.
Okay.
Does
You-
father have the same skin color as Rin?
Yep, an ASMR of elvish descent. You come to the next form, and this time it is familiar. You find Thraki bloodied on her back. That necklace from Dak clutched tightly in one very broken hand.
I check for breathing.
There is none. You do hear the sound of something large move overhead. Just one continuous through the darkness, but not close enough to see. And then something heavy lands ahead of you. I
am going
know
to-
your scent. You thought you could run from me. And there is light ahead, but it is not a kind light. It's the light of dragon fire. As Kinagira steps, stalking closer towards you, crushing bodies of your friends and former family members underfoot. No more tricks. You die this day.
He's going to kind of hunker by Intraki and hurl his axe at Kinagra.
Okay. The axe flashes through the dark and passes through Kinagra like smoke. And Thraki fades in your arms. as do the rest of the bodies around you. You find you are alone again. Though the smell of dragon fire still lingers in the air. A doorway appears ahead, filled with light.
He'll go towards it very slowly, checking for bodies along the way, even though he's pretty sure there's none there.
As you continue and get closer, the darkness around you pulls back, and you can see open ground. You can see there's no more bodies, if there ever were really bodies. Alright. Each of you passes through a blinding doorway into a small, cold stone chamber, and you are with each other again. Ahead of you, there is a small stone plinth with a golden sword resting on it. Numerous gems in the pommel and crossguard, even some small ones set in the center of the blade.
Before anything else happens, Untraki's going to grab Ridden Tristal and pull him into a hug, and just like she's shaking with anger and relief. And then she's gonna like push him away. Anyways, is that the sword?
Theo is just staring at it.
Sapphire will rush forward to hug Theo. Like she's still crying.
Is
He's
my hand bloodied?
There, from you actually clutching that, there is a small wound on your hand. That part was real. That was your actions.
Theo is numbly gonna just kind of pat Sapphire's shoulder as she's hugging him, and just be like, "I don't know what it showed you, but I'm." Oh,
I
think
will walk.
accidentally muted.
I will walk slowly forward and check for traps because I'm a good rogue.
Alright, go ahead and roll investigation.
So this is the sword that we went through all this to get. With this investigation, could I also make a check just to see if there's a bunch of magic feeling at all?
That's not really
The one with
something you can detect
Arcana.
with the basic senses, I'm afraid.
I could do that.
That is a 18 plus 2, so 20. 30.
18. Oh, alright. With that, you don't see any sign of pressure plates. You meticulously check the floor in front of you and the walls to the side and the ceiling and everything you can see. The only thing that catches your eye as something of possibly any concern is there seems to be just a hairline seam in that stone plinth, just like a couple inches down from the top.
Like where the sword is resting?
Yeah.
So not like
sword
where
is
the sword
resting
comes
on-
out.
No, the sword is resting
Oh.
flat on top, and then a couple inches down on the side, going all the way around the plinth, there is a hairline seam.
I'll turn back to the group and be like, anybody sense magic on this besides the sword?
One
Just
moment.
double checking.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Again, the entire structure around you lights up, glowing brightly with the intensity of the magic forming it. The only thing that does not light up, aside from the mundane items that you and your allies have brought in, is that golden sword.
This is
Interesting.
wrong.
What?
Theo's gonna hold up a hand and then just slowly point at the sword. If that was Archrender, that'd be glowing brightly, just like everything else. He's gonna kind of blink and then dispel the magic, but it's not. I think it's a decoy.
fracture
Why
very
after all
simple.
that, why would there be a decoy after all of that?
A third test? I don't know. What would you do to
Not more
protect the most
tests.
powerful artifact in the world?
I don't
So
know,
what
put
do you
it in a
do?
hidden mountain.
No, you'd do more than that. Seer's a mastermind. Layer upon
Can I look
layer of
around and
trickery.
see any symbols or images or like any other cracks in the walls?
With your, what was it, 22 investigation?
Yes.
You did a very thorough look already. There were no artistic or otherwise kind of etchings in the walls, no iconography. It's
Does the crack go all the way around where the sword's resting?
it's a hairline seam all the way around the plinth, around about a couple inches down
Wow.
from the top.
Can I give a
I see.
push
Yeah.
to?
You like a careful sort of slow push or a shove?
No, like a testing, and if there's any sort of give, I'll shove.
Okay. You do a quick test, and the rest of you hear stone scrape on stone as a lid is moved just a bit, and Tristal shoves it aside. The golden sword clatters awkwardly to the ground behind as the stone lid falls off, and I will put what you see in
Ooh.
It's another baby
Sword.
dragon.
Surprise!
Okay,
It's a entombed watcher.
Oh no.
Oh please.
another sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one
Oh.
seems to be almost formed of diamond. It's simple in its design, but it's alive with light. And
Whoa.
Tristal, even from mundane senses, you can tell this is what you're looking for.
Beautiful.
I will take a big breath, thinking about all the things that I've gone through just to get here. And even though it's magic, and even though I am really terrified, I will very hastily wrap my hand in my cloak and pick it up.
Okay. As you do, it does seem to almost buzz in your hand through the cloak for a moment. It feels very light, very easy to wield, very well balanced. The ghostly figure of Seer emerges from the wall next to you and fixes you with a very stern look. I give you one final warning. This is not a weapon to be used lightly. If you use this sword for evil, it will reject you and quite possibly destroy you. It is always dangerous to those who wield it, even to those who do so with the best intentions and the purest hearts. Striking a blow against an enemy will hurt you, unavoidably. There is nothing that can be done to prevent this, even if you prove worthy of the weapon. It was not designed to be made and to be wielded by mere men and women such as us. I urge you to be exceedingly careful. Upon removing Archrender from this tower, the tower will begin to collapse. Anyone who remains inside will be crushed to death before long.
Have you used this before?
No. It never came to that. Although, in a sense, I suppose I did use it as a power source for all this. And he gestures to the walls around you, as well as
Theo is going
this. And he gestures to himself.
Theo is going to raise the hand and say, "How do you do that?"
My friend, it would take years to explain, and I'm afraid I am not inclined to share that knowledge.
I'll
Okay.
address Seer, but still turn to the rest of the party as I'm holding the sword and I'll say, we are here to stop a war from taking over the world that we live in, but is there any wisdom in simply leaving it here?
This is as best I could put together for security for it. I did what I could. If the need is dire, perhaps it is time the sword is taken. But if you have any doubt, leaving it here would be wise. To remove it from here would open it up to being sought after and obtained by those less worthy of it. Those
It
that
is sought
haven't
after.
proven themselves.
We can always just put it back when we're done.
As I said, the
But
tower
the
will
tower's
collapse.
destroyed.
And
What
we'd
will
have
happen to
make it a
you?
new home.
I will end. As all things do. There's no harm in that. I am not
No.
Seer. I am a simulation of the mind of Seer. I left myself here to protect the weapon from those who would misuse it. So, don't have any notion of, oh no, he's going to die, because chances are I already have.
Untareki is going to raise her hand from the back, but like when Tristal is doing the investigation, she's going to like look at Rain like, are you okay? The room back there really, really messed us up. So, you good?
We can talk at camp once we decide.
I was
what to
saying
do.
this is when Tristal was doing the investigation, looking for traps.
Oh.
I was trying to find a break in the conversation.
Ah.
That's okay.
Sapphire will kind of speak up and be like, we could always. There's so many lives being lost in this war. We can save the people who are dying, and then hide it where no one can ever get it again and use it for evil.
Sounds like a lot to take on for one party.
I know the wisdom
But what
behind
other
keeping
hope
it
does
and
the
the wisdom
world
behind
have?
taking it. It just, now that I'm holding it, now that we're here, the responsibility just grows every day.
And Treki, her hand is still raised, and she's like, Mr. Sir, sir. She's going to kind of think about a question for a little bit, and then, you said simulation. Is that some kind of foreign magic?
No, there's a... This is not... the closest spell that you would likely know. Are you familiar with simulacrum?
She's gonna kind of close her mouth. No.
Ah, well, it's not even that. Again, it would take quite a bit of time to explain.
No. I was just wondering if it had something to do, because any type of weird magic we've over the course of our watchers. That's the only thing that that's the name that keeps on circling around, and I'm wondering if they had anything to do with Archrender.
No, nothing to do with Archrender or the situation here.
This is a two-handed sword, damn.
Yes. Well, it's a long sword. It can be wielded one-handed or two-handed.
I will... I'll just nod and turn to Seer and just all the tests we've gone through and the intense magic and my awe for people that wield it grows instead of fear at this point. And I'll just give a nod to Seer and then walk over to Rin and be like, I think you should hold on to this for us.
Ooh.
I agree.
It's too bulky for
Okay.
me.
Indraki nods as well, and I think it's like this is the time when all the party members are just looking at Rin.
He'll hold out both hands, kind of in the
I'll place it in his palms.
yeah.
Let's make the paladin more powerful.
Rin's hands are so big it fits in one palm. No.
Yeah, the entire sword fits in one palm. He is the tower at
Have
this
it.
point.
Pick
I'll
some,
use this for my margarita.
meat out of his teeth.
Seer just face palms.
I really. Oh boy. I should have had more time.
Yeah, he'll just
I
be
was
holding
over
Tower-
here trying to find out if you guys were heroes, but it turns out you're just a bunch of idiots.
Tower falling apart. Minutes to leave. We should. Head
No,
out.
there's
only when we
no
leave.
rush, as the tower will
Oh.
remain as long as the sword is inside of it. Once you exit the doorway, then it will begin to collapse. There is no danger
Oh.
at the moment.
Draki's gonna raise her hand again. How do we get out?
Maybe we should.
That is an excellent question
Oh
that
boy.
I did not. After
Thought of
Century.
what?
Hold on. It's very, very fixable. It's just amusing to me that after decades of planning this project and constructing it, I didn't make a hallway or a stairway easily leading out.
An elaborate test to get some friends to talk to you.
No matter how smart or powerful you think you are, remember, you will always make mistakes. You will always have a moment of sheer blindness that really the simplest person should have foreseen. So, yes, I will get you out of here. Just, one moment. And he's going to start doing some gestures, and the tower around you is going to kind of shift you can feel the floor shift, and you're thrown slightly off balance by it as the walls start to grind and reform, and a new spiral staircase begins to form, curling down from your present point. And you can feel yourself dropping rapidly as it does. All right, and that should do it. Really, architecture was never my strong suit. I'm sure you noticed the lack of decoration in here. This was more of a purpose-built structure. I'm blabbering a bit. I haven't had anyone to talk to in a while.
She's gonna raise her hand again. Is there any way we could take you with us? I mean, we
No.
have the power of Archrender would be more than enough to sustain you, right?
I was not designed to leave this structure. I will collapse when it collapses.
We already have one talking sword, so we shouldn't really have another one.
See, this is a dragonborn.
Sapphire will bow towards Seer. Thank you.
Oh, Undraki is suddenly gonna panic. She's like, "We left Falconash!"
Akanash is standing right next to you, but just kind of staring at the floor.
She's gonna immediately crouch down. Like, I'm so sorry.
I don't want to talk
She's
about
like,
it.
kind of. I understand.
no.
Okay. She's like she's gonna like kind of have to calm her breathing down again once more, and she's like visibly like kind of mother hen, but not wanting to get in his face.
You have your way out now. If you wish to remain here, you may do so as long as you wish. I am... Not that it matters, because as soon as you leave, I'll be gone, but I am curious what... You say there was a war, or there is a war,
Yes.
and...
It is here.
in Avaroth.
Avaroth is gone.
What do you mean Avaroth is gone?
I'm gonna kind of look at the group confused and be like, do you not know what the Havoc is? Was.
No. No, I do not.
Oh.
We should explain everything.
Yeah, I'll just take a couple minutes and explain
Maybe
the
we can
history.
take maybe we should rest here.
Yeah, we can take a short rest as like Theo explains the history.
Yeah, it wouldn't take terribly long. I guess it would take about an
I
hour
need
for him to
to
blab
gain some
about
hit
it.
points back,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
we can all be
Everybody
filling
okay
in
with
certain
taking a
details
short
based off our
rest?
own histories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Okay.
Archrender good taking a short rest here?
Yeah, he'll take a short rest. I guess that means he can regain some hit points. I don't know how many D2... Oh, I guess 6, because he's equivalent to level 6. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. There we go. You fill this fragment of Seer in on the events of the Havoc and post-Havoc, and he listens attentively for the entire hour, asking questions every now and again, particularly about how Aronia was pretty much instantly destroyed. No, not Aronia, Avaroth, not the whole planet. Asking about the Watchers, asking about all these aspects he's never heard of, asking... just double clarifying that the tower is now considered to be part of Wynoria, how borders have shifted, and at the end... Well... I don't suppose there was anything I could have done to prevent that. But still, I would have liked to try.
Interac's gonna snort. She's like, I mean, didn't you say that everybody makes mistakes and there's no point in going on about the past if it's already happened?
Losing
Are you sure you don't want to come
an
along?
entire kingdom full of people is hard to pass off as a simple mistake.
Well, at least you hid Archrender much before that chaos could have ever taken it.
The sword may well have survived, anyway. It's not exactly
But in a time of
easy
that
thing to
desperation.
break.
Well, that's not exactly what I meant. I just
Hmm.
mean that it was safe.
Please endeavor to keep it so.
We will.
I will. You
Held
have
I
my
was
word.
loot. Oh.
As for my wanting to join you, it's not a matter of what I want, it's capability. I cannot leave.
Is there no way we can get past that?
He's just
There's like a
simulation.
binding stone?
I'm afraid not. It's a level of magic that very few individuals have ever known, and nothing against you, but you simply do not have the fortitude to undertake the task necessary. You would not survive
Untraki's
the amount of magic you would need to wield.
gonna
Even
narrow
if-
her eyes and then just, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I didn't mean to
She's
interrupt.
like, what about Varian?
In what sense?
Could he, if the memories are restored, could he use, was he a magic wielder?
He's the one who made the sword.
Are we able to possibly change the music just a little bit?
Yeah,
Not gonna lie, it's epic.
It wasn't exactly fitting anymore. But it was working, and that was what I
hmm
wanted, because other songs weren't working
Mhm.
for some reason. Hopefully that'll be okay.
His name is Varian, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sorry.
Varian is the one who taught me much of what I know, so yes, he would have the skill necessary, but seeing as he's not here, and, well, you could leave the sword here, fine. Is he even alive to be found? He wasn't mentioned in your recalling of the havoc.
She's gonna like look around at the party and just, well, I'm my patron. I do know that he's the aspect of change. Is
Yes.
that a game? Okay, like the aspect of change. My patron. I am tasked with returning Varian's memories to a a a being who is controlling or has power over the aspect. So I'm wondering if returning memories means that Varian is still alive somewhere, but doesn't know who he is.
That could be problematic. If enough time has passed, he may have formed enough new memories to be a completely different person now. And then gaining his old memories back would be like having two people in your head at once. Is
It
music
is
playing?
a possibility.
Why is the music so bad? Never mind the music. We are foregoing the music. I've had enough.
I don't think there's a way. He said it himself.
And it's really nothing that you ought to be concerned about. I am not a person. Let me remind you, I am a copy of a mind, but I have no life in me. Okay? It's not going to be a big loss if I'm gone.
Metagame. Can Theo talk to Seer and learn some spells from him? Or at least, like, have him transcribe some? Ooh.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Oh. Is he even able to be
Nat
persuaded if
20
he's not a
plus
person?
4.
Oh!
What's the
My second roll of the night is a 20.
What's the highest level spell you can cast? Second, third?
Third.
Third level. What are your third level spells?
Let's take a look. Oh, there's a lot of them. Should I just pick one?
No, what are the ones that you already have?
Oh, I only have haste and water breathing.
Okay. I would like to roleplay this. What do you say as you're trying to convince him to do this?
Yeah, he's just gonna kind of be fiddling with his robe and then his spell book and be like, so if you're a copy of Seer's mind, you have all his spellcasting knowledge, correct?
I do.
Is there anything you can teach me before you're gone? A little something to aid in the protection of Archrender.
Not a bad idea. May I see your book?
Of course, he's gonna scramble to unlatch that thing and hand it over.
He's going to flip to a blank page after looking through what you've already got in there. And he's going to start passing a finger over it back and forth, and runes are going to start appearing underneath his finger, though he never physically touches the page as he's doing this.
Oh, that's cool.
And you gain access to the spell Intellect Fortress.
Hmm?
What is that?
I don't have that in my spell.
It's a 3rd level abjuration spell, concentration up to an hour. For the duration, you or one willing creature you can see within 30 feet has resistance to psychic damage, as well as advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Ooh.
Ooh. Cool. I don't know how I can add that. It's not in my,
We will
Little-
worry about that
What?
post-session then.
Okay, got it. That's cool, though. Thank you.
Anybody else have anything they want to do here?
Rin's going to raise a hand.
This, I would like to say, this is not like a classroom. You don't need to. You can just start speaking.
His hand is still up.
You.
This chest plate, it has connections to Avaroth, correct?
Yes, it does. And I'm glad to see that at least it and yourself have survived the havoc.
I once called out to one of the aspects that I made an oath with, and later I had a dream of someone else. If Varian is alive, do you think I could have contacted him through the chest plate?
That is what it was designed to do. So there is a very good chance.
Whoa.
Dude!
I would say he's definitely gathered some memories since then.
Then you should not be... You cannot be too careful in approaching him then, as he will quite possibly be one of the most dangerous individuals you will ever meet.
Wasn't he good?
He was, but that part of him is what you're trying to find and return. I have no idea who he is now. And even at his best, he was still dangerous.
So it's not just a war we're fighting.
Is it 2 wars?
Guess so.
I need some sleep.
Draki's gonna raise her hand again. Oh, and then put it back down. Just sorry. Are there? Do you have any? Oh, it sounds weird. Do you have any descendants?
I don't believe so, unless a miracle occurred after I constructed this tower and this copy of myself. I was never one for terribly close relationships.
Ah, I'm just gonna look at Tristal. You had something to say?
I was just going to suggest maybe we just rest here. If there's no
Set up
immediate
camp.
danger, there's no need to leave.
That's why.
There is someone else here.
What?
Sorry?
Others are approaching the mountain.
Draki's standing up.
Can you detect who they are? What sort of life forms?
Well, I can see them easily enough. Are you familiar with anyone who might be looking for this sword aside from yourself?
Not anyone
Draki looking at
friendly.
Tristal. The
I'm
people.
just gonna start nervously laughing. Oh,
That seems like a
you
yes.
sure? You sure we're safe in here?
Well,
Draki's going, her eyes widen and turn to Red. The bag.
you're safe from me and any further tests. But if these others enter and pass tests and reach this point, if they are as worthy as you are, then I don't see why you ought to come into conflict, but I can't really choose between the two of you, or however many there will be. There's
Sounds like we should leave then.
a few
So
of them.
do we wait?
Well, if they're good, then we have no reason to fear.
What do they look like?
There is a half-orc, there's a human man, there's a dwarf, there's a tiefling man, there's a very old scraggly gnome fellow.
I'd say we just wait and meet them here and explain.
But
No.
the bag of holding is outside the tower.
Did you hide it?
Yes,
Half
yes.
orc,
Sh-
scraggly
fine.
gnome man. Is those the treasure hunters from the academy?
Yeah. Sounds like
I
something
have a
That's
Draki
what
would do.
feeling-
Draki was. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be great.
Gotta
And by
pee.
great, I mean terrible.
He's gotta pee now, of course.
I don't see what the
No,
problem is. They won't
Jake,
be able to get
the
close
more
if they're not
you
good.
give in to your bowel movements, the more your body develops a habit. So if you keep doing it and giving in every time, it's gonna happen every time instead of you being able to tell your
Don't
body
go pee,
no.
Rin.
I think
Don't
it's
go
more to do
pee.
Yeah.
with the fact that he's drinking like gallons of liquid at a time.
He's all great and good, but
Get a bucket,
No.
bro.
Ugh.
No.
You got a pee bucket.
Trust me, you don't want a pee bucket. I speak from experience.
Oh.
What
Just
is the value of
oh.
a single bucket of pee?
What is the value of your bowels?
Okay, can we shut this down, please?
Yes,
Sorry.
okay.
Metagame,
might
how
listen to
well
our-
did I hide the bag? Because I know, like, I put it away and then, like, I put some rocks and dirt and stuff and covered it so that. Because it's outside the tower. But, wait, when we broke the magic, didn't the mountain disappear and it's just the tower left?
Mhm.
Or is that.
Yeah,
it
there
just
was
reset?
bushes and things. I thought you said you hid it in like shrubbery and such.
There were stones
Yeah, but
that
I know, but
she buried it.
Yeah, so
once we
it's
entered
probably-
the tower, did the mountain form again?
While you weren't privy to this information, Theo did cast Detect Magic while inside the tower and was able to see kind of the framework of the mountain outside of it. So the illusion broke for you, but it may not have broken entirely for everyone.
Yeah.
And Sear's going to confirm this. At the moment, they're still struggling against the mountain. So I suppose you have some time for decision making.
I really don't see why we need to worry.
Is there
Fact that-
something?
Ooh. Theo's just gonna respond to Sapphire and be like, the fact that we're carrying that sword alone is reason not to trust anyone.
But they won't be able to get near if they aren't worthy.
I know, but I don't know. I'd rather just avoid the conversation entirely.
Fair.
And Draki's gonna raise her hand again as a way to get everybody's attention. Just like the tower rejected whatever was in the bag of holding, but then let us through. If they Sapphire does have a point. If they are morally unsound, the tower will reject them, right?
Seer
Yeah.
just told us that if it's between the two parties, right? He's gonna kind of gesture over at Seer. He says that he wouldn't be able to pick between the two of us as to who gets what. So if we want to keep Archrender and make sure that it's used for what we want it used for,
To be fair, the tests aren't exactly active right now, as the sword has been removed from its place of keeping. So
Back, put it back.
How
no, this is why we should just leave.
No, this
Why
yeah,
don't we-
this is yes.
how are we going to explain the tower collapsing then? We'll still have to have a conversation.
We don't need to explain
wait till they
anything
come
to anyone.
inside.
We don't know these people.
Okay.
We do know these people.
We do.
Theo doesn't.
That's what my character's explaining. Theo, guess what?
What?
These people are also after the sword.
He's
There.
gonna just silently gesture to Trystal and then to Sapphire. Do you see what I mean?
Yes, I see what you mean. Let's leave. If other
Thank
people
you.
is that the decision then?
So
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah,
But Sapphire
guess
votes yes.
so.
You go.
Go.
sir, where are they right now?
Well, they've just gotten past the illusion of the mountain, so they may be heading to the door. I'm actually
Right,
going
we'll meet
to
him
where's
on our
that-
way out.
pop
Where's that
down-
magical hole? Suggesting.
Sorry, what?
Where's that magical hallway you have to make for us to get out of here?
Oh, he already did make a spiral staircase down.
Let's go.
Okay, people are heading out.
Untraki is going to bow to Seer and just like,
Really
Thank
not
you for
necessary for the
the test.
bowing. It always made me uncomfortable.
and she's just gonna like hold out a hand like for a handshake and just like,
That'll do.
is this better?
Yeah, Theo
She's going
will
to-
quickly offer one as well and thank him for the spell.
My pleasure.
She's gonna
Take
have a genuine smile
Good
on her
care of
face
that
and just like,
sword.
well, this is sad. Well, I guess it's not really sad since it's not really you, as you've already explained anyway. I'm just
Jackie, let's go.
as she's walking, she's already saying this stuff. She's like, I know, Crystal. And she's gonna point to the stairs. Is there any way you could make this a slide?
That's not a good idea.
She's like, snaps her fingers. Yeah, it's probably not. She's gonna gesture for Akanash to follow her. She's like, come on.
He does so, his head still kind of looking at the floor.
He made it through, though.
Just in case, can I cast healing on Akanash?
After the short rest, he's fully healed. He doesn't
Okay.
need any healing.
Is anyone still hurt?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
My hand.
How is Alkanash?
Full health, looking a little morose. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but he's not looking as lively as usual, and he's being very quiet.
So we're making our way down the staircase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you are getting close to the bottom, you start hearing voices. Trystal
Oh, boy.
and Rin
boy.
and Thraki recognize the voice of Belek, the human in the plate armor from the museum. Just,
Aw.
look, I'm looking. There's no switch, there's no lever, there's no button, there's no plate, there's nothing. I don't know why you can't get in, but Duna and I are in, and we should just go get the sword and bring it down to. And you hear the voice of Sanders, the gnome, shout back immediately, "You take one step up those stairs and I swear I'll gut you." Oh,
And
okay.
Drake's gonna whisper like, I think I know why that he's not allowed in.
Alright.
So we make it down the
If you're
Sorry, but we already got it.
stairs.
And
I'm
if you're looking
terrified.
for the sword, it's no longer able to be taken.
you see, I am streaming map, but
Yeah.
you see
Yes.
this human figure in plate armor and this half-orc woman in hide armor, much more less shiny and less well groomed, with a staff. They're both on the inside of the tower, while a tiefling and a gnome with a white scraggly beard are both kind of like pressing against the doorway and can't really get inside. The two on the inside are gonna turn. They have weapons out. Hello, guys. We're not alone here.
Hello, we're just trying to get out.
Yeah, and we're just trying to get a sword that I guess you probably have. This is
Rin's at the back
awkward.
majestically, like golden light shining down onto his armor.
Oh, that's probably the one then, isn't it? Oh boy.
Just remember what happened the last time you got into a tussle with us, and now we have a magic sword. So
You'll be glad to know there's a second sword all the way up.
The half-orc woman is going to kind of just like back up to the edge of the doorway itself, right in front of Sanders. Very focused on Rin because she remembers the how the fight went last time. I don't think we should stay here. I think we should leave. And are you kidding? They're right there. Is that a bleeding dragon? You get back out here. Get out. And he's going to scramble to the side. Bellic and Duna are going to get out. And Sanders is going to call back in. Look, you lot are either going to stay in there and starve to death, or you're going to come out here and we're going to take that sword anyway. So...
And Duck is gonna
what's it
call
gonna
back. Either you stay out there and you starve while we sit pretty in
be? Yeah,
here.
we'll starve in the
or we
forest
could-
full of food. We've got tons of food out here. You got...
Arkanash?
What?
Would you mind taking... Is it Draconic? Would you mind taking a few steps menacingly down the stairs? Just a few.
Okay.
No.
He's going to try and do this menacingly.
Oh no!
No.
Roll intimidation. That's a 3 on intimidation.
This is great. This is
So-
fine. It's fine. He's trying.
He's stepping hard down the stairs, but he keeps looking back at the rest of you. He's like, am I doing it?
But it's in Draconic, so they're like... So it sounds creepy.
The
Dale's
dwarf
gonna
Unless they
march.
know.
sees this though and is visibly like red-faced almost immediately.
Theo's gonna march up to the barrier in between the parties.
Oh boy.
Is everyone okay if I get y'all down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm next to
Yeah.
Arkanash.
Okay.
I jump off and do a sick flip. Hair
What the
flowing in the
fuck,
wind.
Oh boy.
Rin does a flip.
All right, Theo,
In
you march up
plate
to the
armor?
barrier.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to the group in front and be like, yes, we've got the sword. No, you're not taking it. You've got one chance, and I suggest you use it to leave.
we did not come this far through that forsaken jungle.
I cast Thunderwave.
Okay, let's roll initiative. This is not going to catch
no,
them
they
by
just said that-
surprise, because
No,
they are
that's
ready
fine.
for a fight. But nice.
Literally,
Every single one of them needs to make a con save.
Oh boy.
all of the stuff that we just went through, and they're talking about the jungle and the.
Yeah. Everything we just went. No.
I don't like
I
that.
put my initiative in the play.
I appreciate that. That makes
Like
it
it.
easy for me.
Oh boy, you guys are gonna love my initiative.
Oh no.
Channel
It's okay. I didn't
5.
get a great one either.
Uh,
Mine ain't much
I'm
better
in the
either.
back anyway.
Okay. Text.
Mine's
Go
pretty bad.
Sapphire. Go
Arcanash,
Sapphire. Go Sapphire.
15. Okay, so we have Sapphire 20. We have Arcanash with a This might take a minute. There's a lot of
What about
people
that?
involved.
I don't know what number bubba means.
It's a very special number reserved for special occasions. You probably never heard of it.
You're supposed to
Because you're not
drip.
special.
Trist with a 6. Rin with a 5. And Thraki capitalized because it's a name with a 3. And then we got Duna.
I am kind of glad to see that I wasn't completely wrong in not letting Duna die, considering she could get through the door.
Alright, Duna goes here.
I'm gonna see if I can get music to work.
Sanders. Yeah, the music is being really stinky right now. Oh boy.
Oh, it smells so bad. Oh, I can barely breathe.
What the heck?
Bellic.
Yep, didn't know worky. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
With a... Oh, I've gotten rid of it. Nope, no, don't do that. Don't do that. There we go. Make it
It's a funny name,
couple rows.
Balak.
Yeah.
Bail.
And then 10 again. I apologize for the wait, but it gives people some time to prep what they want to do, think things through,
Yeah.
strategy.
Oh right.
Yeah, do people not want to be as close behind me?
Why?
Is that a hint?
I don't want you guys to have to make con saves as well.
Thunderwave isn't. It's
Is it a
should
cone
only
It
be in
says,
front.
I thought it was 15-foot cone. It says 15-foot cube.
Yeah, it's
You can set the
in
cube in
front
front
of
of you.
Yeah, it's not. all
Oh,
around you.
okay. Okay, never mind. That's good.
Yes, it is.
No, that's bad.
Hogrum.
Yeah.
And we're not killing them, right?
I'm just pushing them a
Well,
little bit.
3 of them couldn't get through the door, so they're fair game in Rin's mind. But
Okay, so first
So
up we have
tiefling, dwarf,
Sapphire.
gnome.
I'll cast Guiding Bolt on the gnome.
Real quick, do we need to do the Thunderwave before combat starts? Since that
Unfortunately,
is what
no, this
triggered
is not a
initiative, or no?
surprise round. You did not get the jump on
Okay.
anybody. So
Okay.
this is just
So we really
blink
shouldn't
of
be
an eye
trying to
reaction stuff.
kill them.
Got it.
So Sapphire, your turn is up first.
What number is that? 7 plus 8, 15?
15 to hit the gnome.
15 to hit. Yeah.
Oh, whoops. I had this on the wrong. There we go. Can you still see the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure I was catching that in the video. Okay, 15 to hit is a miss. He actually dodges to the side, kind of ducking toward where Theo is to make the bolt fly past him. So that is a
Okay.
miss. That was your action. Do you have
Um,
anything else on that turn?
Bonus action, I'm going to cast Field Shield of
Whoa!
Faith. Shield
I
of
would want to
Faith
be
on Theo, which gives him a +2 to his AC.
Guiding bolt. Is that a
Yay.
cantrip?
It's a first level spell.
And Shield of Faith is
Also a first level spell, but it's a bonus action.
You can't cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn. You can do either a cantrip and a spell
Oh,
with a action or bonus action, but you can't do 2 leveled spells.
I didn't know that. Okay, so then that will be the end of my turn because I
Okay.
already did Guiding Bolt.
All right. In that case, Sanders is going to throw down a smoke bomb in a 20-foot radius sphere, becomes obscured with smoke. And that
It's a
seems
big smoke bomb.
just about perfect. Yeah, the smoke is able to pass through this barrier, so it's not going to be stopped by the field. And then he's going to move out of the way. Oh, that's the smoke bomb.
Taking his smoke with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15, 20, 25. Yeah, he's just going to sit there. Actually, he's going to sit here. Who's next? That would be Akanash. Akanash is going to look at Umthraki and just ask, "Are we fighting?"
Just gonna sigh and just. I think so. Just try not to. Whatever. Just try not to kill too many people. The
He's already moved.
half orc and men in armor. Half orc men in armor. Leave them alone.
Unfortunately, he's going to use his Thunder Breath on the doorway
You can't
anyway.
see.
Because, yeah, there's too much smoke. He saw what are now considered enemies, and he's just going to shoot. So that is a 15-foot cone, and that's going to catch the 4 of them, so they all need to make dexterity saves. It's going to be... Oh boy. Managing this many NPCs is a little difficult.
Alright.
Okay, so Tanagan fails. Belek also fails. Duna fails. And Hogrim
Oh.
succeeds. So
Yay!
the dice roller for 7d6. Whew, okay. So that's going to hurt. 30 points of thunder damage against Belek. 30 points of thunder damage against Duna. 30 points of thunder damage against Tanagan. And 15 reduced to 7 against Hogrim, because he does not seem to take this hit as strongly as the others. Even dodging it, he seems to get... he dodges the brunt of it, and still what's left doesn't do much to him. Let's see, that would be... doing math here. I can't do math. The math is gone. Okay, the math has been done. And Tanagan is up next, getting hit point blank with that Thunder Breath. He's going to pull out a crossbow, and you can see, well, no, you can't because there's smoke everywhere, but he's going to shoot pretty much blindly into this. So he's going to shoot towards Theo with disadvantage because he can't see him, and he's right there, so disadvantage. Oh, that's gonna suck. That is only a... Oh, that's still a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to make a charisma saving throw as you've just been hit with a Bane Bolt.
Oh.
Oh.
It's gonna
Well,
do only
that one.
2 points of piercing damage, but you are now afflicted with Bane for 3 turns.
Ooh.
Ooh. Now what does Bane do?
He has
Subtracts.
to subtract a d4 from saving throws and attack rolls.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bit of time, just out of curiosity. What's Archrender's stats?
Did you attune to it in the hour that you had it?
I would have been holding it the whole time.
But did you attune to it?
If I'm going to be the one carrying it, absolutely.
Okay. What do you unattune to? Because you had your axe,
Yeah.
the armor, and Ektalm.
Probably Ectol, as sad as it is to say. Actually, no.
Oh, I see how it
Would have been
is.
the axe.
You got
No, it
a
would have been the
fancy
axe.
new sword, and now I'm no good anymore.
No, it would have been the axe.
Okay. In that case, you first off get 30 temporary hit points.
What?
And let me get the rest
Dude.
of Archrender's stats.
Those are just gonna get destroyed by the sword itself.
Yeah, probably.
But then remember the damage gets inflicted on Rin as well. That's probably why he has the extra hit points.
That's what I
Okay.
just said.
That's what you just said. I'm dumb. Sorry. I didn't really translate in my head.
Alright, it's got a +5 to hit on top of what you already get to hit, as the sword is going to assist you itself in striking targets. And
Oh.
I'll reveal damage when it comes to that.
Okay.
That was Tanigan's turn. Theo, you can do that Thunder Wave now if you
Yeah.
so choose, which would catch... Oh wait, Tanigan will move because this is all very crowded. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he'll take cover behind here. But still gonna catch 3 of them.
Yep. They all need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Let's see, that is a... For Belek, I've got way too many tabs open and way too many things to do. 19 for Belek, that is a 8 for Duna, and a, very bad one for Hogrim, only a 4.
Okay, so the first one will take half damage
All
then.
right.
That is 15 thunder damage to all of them, and then half to whoever succeeded.
Okay, so
The ones that
Belek
did not
takes
succeed
7,
are pushed 10 feet away from me.
15 points of thunder damage. Duna is going to get blasted back 15. Hogrim is going to get blasted back 15. Oh wait, he was here. 5, 10, 15. So Duna should also be here. Duna is going to... Hogrim takes 7, reduced to 3. Oh wait, no. It was 15 total, so he takes 7 total. Because he seems to tank thunder damage pretty well.
Alright, and then I will move outside the tower.
Alright.
Those are all actions. That's good there.
Alrighty.
Although I guess I could swing my sword, because I did a spell, I could swing my sword.
I believe it was a cantrip and a sword attack, not a spell and a sword attack.
Correct. Never mind.
Okay. So, Duna. Good to know. Hogrim is going to go into a rage, and he's going to run straight back towards that doorway, 5, 10, 15, 20, and he's going to make 2 attacks against Auchennash with his great axe, as he seems entirely focused in his seething rage on the dragon. Is 27 to hit and a 10 to hit. So one of those is gonna hit for 8 points of slashing damage. That's his turn. Tristel, you are up. You are obscured in thick smoke as the smoke bomb has gone off.
See anything? Correct.
I missed the first half of that. Discord did not let me hear it.
I can't see anything, right?
Not at the moment. You're kind of caught in thick smoke and fog.
Okay, I guess
You can hear
I
battle
will.
ahead.
Am I out of the staircase
Yeah.
completely,
Can
or
you see the map?
okay? Oh, I can see the map. I just
Okay.
it was a little confusing at first.
Yeah, you came down the stairs and you are here.
I honestly, smoke bomb kind of threw me off.
I love blindside.
You know how long I went with this?
I will crouch and back up a little bit, just keeping my eyes on my feet until I can actually see them.
Okay. Get outside of the radius of the smoke and you have Rin next to you there.
Is there any other cover?
There's not really much in the way of cover in this tower. Again, kind of devoid of decorations. You could try and get behind one of the pillars. You could
Yeah,
get back up
I'll
the
do
stairs
that.
a bit. Okay. 5,
Do I count as cover?
Actually, no, I'll get
Rin
back up
does
the
count
stairs.
as covers. Okay, you
I will
are
get back up the stairs behind Rin.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get here on the stairs.
Yeah, I'll do that right there. This is all like slow crouching, basically.
Mhm.
And I will, I guess, ready an attack. I'm hesitant to kill them,
Okay.
so yeah, I'll just wait and watch.
And what is the
That's
trigger for your ready to attack?
I'd have a couple of my darts.
No, I mean, what would
What?
cause you to release your ready to attack? What is the trigger?
If anybody actually is going to attack my friends, like obvious killing instead of,
I think they're
I don't know.
past that point.
Okay, I
At
will
least in
just.
Rin's mind. I should clarify. In Rin's mind.
It's
If
hard
any of
to
them go
tell. You
towards my
can
friend,
hear the sound of fighting. You heard 2 very loud blasts of noise as Alkanash's breath weapon and then Theo's thunderwave, sounding very similar to each other, were both released, and then you heard a strike of an axe against something hard, either armor or scales. So it sounds like
I
there is
will.
definitely conflict occurring.
Yeah, I will just I'll just sit and watch. I won't ready any weapon attack then.
Okay. Belek is going to curse loudly, putting a hand to his ear, and he's going to run back towards Duna and bonus action give her a health potion. So she's going to regain some hit points and get back on her feet because she was downed by the thunder wave.
Yeah.
It's happening again.
He's going to feed her that quickly, whisper something hurriedly, and move on. That was 10 feet, so 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't believe he has any range. No, he's just going to take the dodge action. Rin 5. I left the number there. So Rin, it is your turn.
Perhaps even Rins.
Oh, Rins, multiple.
Ooh.
Clones.
Charisma.
Is Archrender a what's it called? Versatile weapon? Or is it a great weapon?
Oh, it, as in you can one hand or two hand it?
Yeah.
You can one hand or two hand it.
Yes. Rin is
Double?
going to
Double weird? Double wield?
Rin is going to go down to the doorway.
All right. 5. You
Remember
bump
that
into and track you
leaving-
there. 10, 15.
I can see her.
Oh, yeah, you can. So 5, 10, 15. You can tell that Akanash is right next to you. Theo is just ahead, and this dwarf is savagely attacking Akanash with an axe.
I savagely attack him.
All right, roll to hit. It probably will hit.
Oh my. 19 plus 11.
Oh boy. 30 to hit.
30.
Yeah, that hits. So, this is going to deal a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. How do I even put this?
Is he dead?
Well, first I need to check if... No, he does not have any of those. So... I need you to roll 10d8 for me.
Oh,
I'm about to take a lot of damage, I think.
Seer said be exceedingly careful.
Yeah. I need to record these or I'm going to forget.
You can say the numbers out loud and I'll jot them down.
Okay. 3, 3, 5, 2, 5. Not great. 8. How many more?
That is 6 so far, so 4 more.
4? Oh, 5, 3, 1, 6.
Okay,
Ooh.
so 6, 11, 13, 18, 26, 31, 34, 35, 41, plus 8, 49, plus your strength.
Plus 3.
So 52 points of radiant damage explode as this sword cuts down into the dwarf here. Surprisingly, not outright killing him, I don't think. No. He's still up.
what's it? What? No.
It's a good thing I have Ektron in my other hand. But the question, how much damage do I take first?
I'm going to need you to make a saving throw. I accidentally closed the window, so give me just a second here.
Okay.
I believe it's a constitution. Yeah, constitution saving throw.
Uh, 23.
Oh. Alright, you succeed. So let's see. 51 halved is 25. Halved again because you succeeded is 12 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
It's radiant. Oh, it's psychic. Oh
Yes,
no.
as this
Oh, no.
backlashes the sheer amount of power coming through this sword.
Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna hit him with Ecto.
Second attack is with Ecton.
Yep.
Alright, go ahead and roll to hit.
The sound of
At least
this sword
the
swinging through
hits
the
are
air
good.
should be so cool.
It does sound like
24
a
to hit.
musical ringing.
Yes.
Oh,
That's a hit.
Awesome. And D10. Seven slashing, 6 lightning.
Okay. You can't really see him because of the smoke, but you...
I mean,
Yeah, the blind sight allows you to know that Hogrim, this dwarf, has gone down as Ektalm, even with his rage, was not enough to tank this. Alright, that was your action to attack. Do you have any bonus action you want to do?
I have almost no bonus actions.
Okay. Unthraki.
Can I step over him to get further out?
I believe so. You started...
if you leave the tower, the
like
tower will
5,
collapse.
10... Oh, you were here, so 5,
Oh.
10, 15, 20. Do you still want to move out?
I'll roll. See if Rin remembers that.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Should I make it wisdom or intelligence?
That would probably be
Wisdom.
intelligence.
11.
No, he doesn't have good intelligence.
It's over 10.
What do you think, Clay?
It's over 10. I think that you would
Okay, yeah,
have
I'll.
enough sense to recall that.
All right, I'll pause there.
Okay. Unthraki, your turn.
Finally, wow. Can I see anything with? Like-
Unfortunately, no. You are engulfed in thick smoke.
Okay, am I able to get through the doorway?
At the moment, no, because Akanash and Rin have filled it.
That's great. That's cool. Would Misty Step be anything? Like, if I could see past them, could I Misty Step past them?
Oh, does it say you have to do a point that you can see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the smoke is thick enough that you can't really see past them. You can get to here, but you can barely see them. Visibility is awful right now.
In that case, I'll step out of the smoke
Alright.
and then call up to Tristal. Hang on. If I could use my movement to like step forward, see where Rin is, like right by the doorway, then step back and call up to Tristal, like Rin's right by the door. Just be careful in case the tower starts to fall. And that is I'll take that as my action and use my bonus action to twirl my hair.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm just my turn is done.
Sapphire.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Ren.
Okay. Rin, you get some healing back. Go ahead and roll that.
I didn't take any damage.
Oh, it didn't get through the temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have 18 temporary hit points.
Oh, okay. Never mind on that. Sorry about
I want
that.
to heal everyone all the time.
I need to heal them. I'm gonna
Shucks, I
cast
didn't mean to heal you.
Sacred Flame. Do I have to be able to see him?
Yep.
Yeah. On. Oh wait. I have to see them. Can I see anyone?
No. The smoke
Shoot.
bomb is preventing visibility at the moment.
Smoke
Okay.
bombs and smoke bombing.
Don't worry, I'm gonna move away from the door as soon as I can.
It's okay. Then I'm just gonna cast Shield of Faith on Theo,
Okay.
and that will be my turn.
All right. So Theo gets an extra 2 to his AC.
Yep.
All right. Sanders.
The light shine through the smoke. The radiant damage.
Probably did, yeah. 5, 10. He's going to make an attack at disadvantage because he can't see through the smoke either.
Yeah, what a nerd.
So that is only a 13 to hit Theo.
Miss.
All right. Sapphire casts this protective spell on you, and you feel just a moment later a blade scrape off of it.
Oh. He's just gonna
They,
call out, "Thank you."
Curse in Gnomish. Akanash going to see if he regains. He does not. He's going to charge forward, clambering over the body of the dwarf there. Gonna make a bite attack at disadvantage. That is a 18 to hit. So that's gonna hit Sanders and deal.
Nice.
Oh, that's the wrong die. Alright, 11 points of piercing damage as he latches onto Sanders' arm. Tanagan going to just hold his action, waiting to see a target come out of the smoke, and you hear him yelling something at Belek, though a bit indistinctly. No, not indistinctly. Just, you better not be running away again, you coward. And that's his turn. So Theo, you're up.
That guy.
Okay.
He heard a voice.
Yeah, after the blade
Not required.
glances off, Theo is going to flourish his blade, muttering the same elvish phrase under his breath as the blade lights up purple and starts singing.
Nice.
And then
Blades on!
I will strike back at whoever just struck at me.
All right. It is with disadvantage because you can't see them.
That's okay. Disadvantage. That is a 15 to hit.
That just misses. You feel that same blade that scraped off you intercept yours and parry it aside.
Okay. In that case, I'll use my other attack, Ray of Frost, which is a cantrip,
All right.
to fire again. It'll still be at disadvantage, I guess, but I'll try and shoot him.
All right. Go ahead and roll to
That
hit.
is-
Disadvantage.
12.
Another miss.
Okay. In that case, let's see, that was bonus action and action. I guess I'll just back away. I don't know where he is, but I will move away from the door.
Okay. Into the tower or around the side of the tower?
Just along the wall there.
All right, 10. How far? You want to go your full 30?
No, I'll just stay inside the smoke.
Okay. Duna.
Trump's an opportunity attack?
Nope, because Sanders can't see him.
Yeah!
Duna is
Take
going
that. Wait,
to
he was the one who threw it.
bonus action. Oh, she can't see him. She can't see Sanders. So she's going to call out to Sanders to get out of the smoke. And she's going to fall back. That's Theo, not Duna. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to hold her action. Hogrim is down. Death saving throw. Success. Shouldn't have said whether it was a success. Tristo,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Okay, I will. I can't do anything when there's smoke in the way. I will hop down near Anthraki when she calls up to me and just be nearby outside the smoke bomb circle.
Okay.
Maybe over down to the far right outside the edge of the circle. And then I'll just still. I'll hold my rapier in my hands.
Okay.
But
The smoke
I'm not gonna.
does look like it's starting to fade, so probably next time it's your turn, there won't be any smoke in the way.
Yeah, I shall crouch.
Okay. Belek.
And
He's
People
going
should
to
really leave the tower so we
10,
can all
15,
fight.
20. He's gonna 25.
there's a stupid smoke in the way. Sorry.
Rin, you're up.
He's within
Mine's
10
really
feet,
high.
right?
Sanders is, yes.
Hmm. Let me look. Wait, that guy's just seeing him. Duh. Hang
Yeah,
on.
you can see him.
Hmm.
I want to
You know
say
what? Oh, what?
it can wait. It can wait.
Okay. I'm gonna try something that I haven't gotten to try yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh.
Fireball.
Next to Sanders, a ball of fire is going to burst into existence.
It's literally a fireball.
Okay.
I will say behind Sanders. Yeah.
Like here?
Let me check range. 5 foot diameter. So yeah, that should be out of Alkanesh's way.
Alright, ball of fire appears. I assume he takes some damage.
It will be at end of turn. As a bonus action, I can move it. I will have it touch him for my bonus action.
Okay. Which means...
Wait, can I do that? I just don't know if I can do that.
What is this spell?
Flaming sphere.
And it is a, what, third level?
Second.
Second level, flaming sphere. Flaming sphere. 5 any creature that... As a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram the sphere into a creature, that creature must make the saving throw against the
Oh,
sphere
okay. I don't know why I couldn't read that. Yeah, I'll have it ram into him.
Okay. So he's going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it shouldn't be hard for him.
Well, he didn't roll well.
Oh,
So that's only a 9.
that is not the save. Okay.
Okay, so he's going to take full damage from this.
26. Oh, good. Where did you go? 4, 5, 9.
9 total?
Yep.
Alright. I do apologize on behalf of Uzox because I really wish the music was playing.
Don't apologize for the
We
tough
got
time.
Monster Hunter battle music going.
All right.
Um,
Alright, so action to summon, bonus action to ram it into him. Gonna move it all?
I'll move out of the way of the door a bit.
Okay.
Maybe
Left,
back.
right. Ah, back.
Yeah. Back and right too. Why not?
Okay.
There.
Unthraki. Actually, it is 11 o'clock.
Oh,
Well, perfect. Unthraki takes her turn, and then we're at the top of a round.
Oh.
so I'm going to. Is the smoke thinned just a little bit more, or does that end of the?
It's
Yeah,
thinning,
but-
but it's still too
Okay,
dense
I'm
to
just
see from
gonna
at the moment.
move through.
10, 15, 20.
And
All the way?
then Misty Step. Just. I don't. Do I need to see a place, or do I just
Yeah.
go forward? I do
It
need
has to be
see a
you
place.
see it. Yeah.
But
Maybe
Do I know
Theo's
that this
sword
guy's
would be
beside me?
illuminating the ground.
You could probably hear something or someone near you, and you can see the glow of something ablaze not far away.
I am going to.
Misty step into the flaming sphere.
Absolutely no. If I remember correctly, now quick caster gloves means that I can cast a cantrip as a bonus action, right?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Chill Touch at disadvantage to the person thing
All right.
to my left.
Sanders there.
So, yeah.
Roll to
That's
hit.
good.
Disadvantage.
That's a natural 1.
Ah,
It was looking good. It was a 16. And then it was like, okay. No.
nope.
And
On a natural one, no, you missed.
I'm gonna try again for
Alright.
my action.
Roll disadvantage.
Yeah, it's okay. I got a +7. Yes. Oh, that's still bad. Yeah, it's a 13.
That's another miss. And
Yay!
I'm gonna need you to make a charisma saving throw.
A charisma saving throw, you say?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Your hand does hit something, but it seems to be a shield.
Make sure to add +3.
Okay, that would be hang on. 26.
Okay, that's a success. So, no effect from that. And we're gonna have to end there for tonight. But,
Dang.
where is it? Ah, the smoke
We
does
got Archrender.
dissipate. And, Unthraki, you can
There's a
see
bald man!
you've
Punch him.
grabbed
He's
with
short,
this
that's why I
chill
missed.
touch. Yeah, this chill touch has
Wait,
hit
he's a dwarf?
against this wooden shield with a kind of a wailing face painted on it in black.
Is he a dwarf?
He's smaller.
This guy's a dwarf. This guy's a gnome.
Okay, small people. I just hate their guts. Wow.
Thank you all for playing. Sorry again that
It
there was no
was
music.
fun.
You're
'cause that
welcome.
was a
Thank
bummer.
you for the session.
No, it's fine.